What's poppin', pimpin'? It's your boy Scotty motherfucking Wilson back with another fabulous episode of Vlogging for My Sanity. And today I am having a bit of an anxiety attack. I actually am having one currently right now. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I'm coming off the back end of one, and I'm talking myself through it, and I use this, like the vlogging stuff, to kind of help. So, you know. So that's why it may look away. I don't know how it looks. I don't know how y'all think it looks, but let me see. Because the video wasn't really, I wasn't really intending to talk about, my anxiety attack or what exactly I was going through. I just picked up the phone and started vlogging because usually when I have anxiety attacks, or that's kind of one of my healthy go-tos, for that. So, because I be needing alternatives to keep me from like being who I used to be. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really handle stuff well when I was younger. I was real bad at stuff. I used to break stuff. I used to punch walls, and I used to get real angry. I was the person who, I used to blow up phones. I used to call you back to back, shit like that. Yeah, I was a real menace. And for me, I've understood a lot of those thought processes, and because for me, when all of the times that those things happen and I was like doing those things, it's like I was self-aware but not self-aware at the same time, and I didn't realize how self-aware but not self-aware I was until I was able to like articulate that. My bad, y'all know my face be doing shit. It's because I be stressed out. People be stressing me out. So one of the main things that helped me stop acting like that is realizing that that's not going to change nothing. Me getting angry like that, it's not going to change nobody's behavior. They're not going to get better. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to change what they're doing, because a lot of the stuff that I react like that, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people who do stuff like that feel that way. They be like, well, I was provoked. And that's fair. But that still doesn't mean that you should go around destroying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't give you the right to mess up stuff. And I thought about that because, what would happen is, like, okay, let's say I like punched the door. It started being different when it started being my shit. I know that's messed up, but when it started being my shit, it was kind of like I got tired of looking at the door that I punched the hole in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to see that door every day, and I had to remind myself, and it was like a reminder every day that you have no self-control, that people make you react. And that did more for me than like people, because talking to people, it just genuinely feel like don't nobody really care. It does. So I understand why people get to that point. I do. I really, really understand how people get to that point, but I still don't agree with the behavior. I never agree with it when I did it. I always felt bad when I did it. I always felt like I was a horrible person, but don't nobody really give a damn. So you continue to just act like that. And that's for me why I feel like it's so important to speak on that, because what'll happen is everything will get misconstrued in how everybody else feels. And then what happens is you would just continue to act like that because you keep feeling like don't nobody else care about how you feel. And that's wrong. You're only doing that because you want people to feel how you feel. And they're only doing that for the same reasons. So in order for you to be the difference, or to get the difference that you're looking for, which is why you're acting like that in the first place, you have to do it. You can't depend on them, because people just gonna be who they are, man. And it ain't your fault, but at the same time, people just gonna be who they are. The best thing for you to do is just kind of like focus on yourself and try to do the best that you can in spite of. And for me, that just turned into like, I just got tired of like yelling and fussing. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I used to yell and fuss a lot. I think I still kind of do fuss a lot. I guess y'all watch my vlogs enough to know how much I be yelling and fussing. But it's not that I was like fussing or anything like that. I always just felt like I had something to say. And for me, when I would blow up and have those moments, this is why I feel like talking is very important. A lot of those people who have those moments, they genuinely just feel like they have something to say and they're not being heard. Because that's the only reason why I would lash out like that, is because I'm like, you're not hearing what I'm saying. And I'm not saying that in the aspect of you're genuinely not hearing what I'm saying. I mean, your behavior isn't translating to me the way I need it to, so I don't feel like you heard what I said. That actually goes back to a video that I made. I think it might be the video before this, but it was a video I was talking about that people like to talk to be heard, not to be understood. And that's why I feel like relationships suck. And that's why I had to fix myself and not try to like fix other people or like give a damn about what other people was talking about. Because I started realizing like, bro, y'all not talking to me for me to understand. Like, so you don't really care about and that's how it's translating. It's translating like that. Like, you don't care about what you're doing and how it's being received. You only care about what you're doing. And you kind of cut it off right there. Because if you didn't, then when I told you that I'm not receiving it well, then you would do something about it. If you care more about it being received than it just being out there. You must not care about it being received. Because I'm telling you I'm not receiving it. And you like, oh, well, then that's your problem. Well, you not just hearing me. Or you would just keep saying the same thing over and over and over again, like as if they didn't hear you the first time. It's like, nigga, you opened up the refrigerator 45 times. There's nothing in there. Like, go to the grocery store. Like, what are we talking about? Like, and that's how that's how I used to think, which is what used to get me so angry, and that's why I used to punch holes and break stuff. Because I'm having these conversations in my head and I can't get them out properly because people are doing stupid shit. I'm being yelled at, people are ignoring me, you know what I'm saying? Or they're talking around me, they're being indirect. Like a whole bunch of weird ass shit. And it was just frustrating for me. Like, all of that shit was frustrating. So, and when you're young and don't know how to communicate well, especially when you're around a whole bunch of other people that don't know how to communicate well, because everybody swear up and down just because they speak in English, they know how to talk. Like, no, you don't know how to fucking talk. Like, and that's the thing. Every time you have children, you turn into a teacher. Every time you're around somebody that don't know what you know, you turn into a teacher. To me, none of y'all know how to teach at all. None of you. So that's why when you have conversations with people, I always think just having conversations with people at this point, I'm starting to realize why old people don't have conversations with people. Like, because I understand that if you don't understand the context of what we're talking about, just a genuine conversation, fuck age, any of that dumbass shit. Let's just say we talking about barbecue, because that's what I'm about to eat. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Look. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to eat some barbecue. Labor Day shit. So let's just say you talking to somebody about barbecue, right? And you say, best way to cook barbecue, you know what I'm saying? You cook it on wood. You don't cook it on no gas. You know what I'm saying? Gas gonna fuck it up. And somebody be like, well, my food tastes just fine on gas. And then you say, nah, your shit be fucked up. And they be like, well, nah, my shit tastes fine. And you be like, shit, this nigga don't know how to cook for real. I've seen those conversations happen a lot. And what I find interesting about those conversations is the only nuance, the reason why y'all going back and forth is because you're not explaining your point. You're not explaining what's the difference between what they're doing and what you're doing. And you're more concerned about you. I don't know what people be doing when they do that dumbass shit. Because I feel like that's dumb. Like, I know people do that a lot, but I feel like it's dumb. Because you can just say what you was trying to say. Unless you can't say it. See, now we're getting into another conversation. When people can't communicate. Which I find is very, very interesting. Especially when I'm talking to black people. Because I get into the conversation of, well, you're speaking a language that ain't yours in the first place. So let's start there. You just learned how to have this language, not too long ago? Because for the longest, they didn't want you to talk at all or read or any of that shit. So now that you know how to read and all this, that, and the other, you still feel like y'all just know how to talk. I'm trying to figure out where you know what I'm saying, where you getting this bullshit from. That's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to figure out where you're getting it from. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why people would just think that that's normal. And it's really not. It's very, very disingenuous. And my thing is, I would much rather, this is why people like whores. Because whores will be honest with you. Well, they used to. Not no more. All these hoes be lying. These motherfuckers these days just lie. Everybody lie these days. But this is why people used to like whores. This is why people used to like, you know what I'm saying, Well, used to. Like I said, everybody full of shit these days. Well, not even so much. Like somebody who doesn't give a damn about what you think about them is easier to digest than the person who's just so determined to have things go their way. You feel what I'm saying? Because the person who don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier to show them some shit that makes sense because they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so. Oh, it's 10 minutes. I'll leave it at that. I'll be making these videos long as hell, and I guess I don't have to. So I'll leave it at that. Somebody just messaged me. So I gotta go answer his phone. And then plus recently, what the hell? It was one of them apps. All of them apps be goofy. They be, as soon as too many people get to using them, and they get to charging people. So my editing is a little bit, on hold. So I'm trying to make like full videos and be like done with it. Yeah, so I do apologize on the non-editing for a second. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Like I said, and thank y'all for being here with me. Like I said, I appreciate y'all because it's really what I be doing. I really be trying to keep myself from doing dumb shit, and it's much easier to do that when you can talk to somebody versus just dealing with it just being in your head. So that's so I appreciate y'all for being here for me because clearly the people around me were not. So I will see y'all on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Peace.